Hi there, thanks for tuning in again. This week was actually quite interesting because I tried some new things in my second week of Keto. I was learning some new things and also I had a little bit of a surprise at the end of the week. But what that is, you will find out in a moment. Until then, as usual, I just say thanks for watching. This week I pretty much had similar food than last week. A lot of meat, of course, and in the morning I had like little sausages and eggs and stuff like that. But I also tried to do some new things to just mix things up. And for instance, I had some leaner meat, so unbreaded schnitzel meat, which I also fried up, which has very little fat. I don't know why I did it, because keto is supposed to have more fat and not just reducing the fat again. I guess I was just trying if I can have some different meat then as well, but honestly it was too dry anyway because there was no fat on it. And maybe I just fried it too long, but I guess I will not do that again. Also, I was trying to have cevapcici that I bought that I can just fry up myself. And I noticed then that those little guys without any rice as a side dish also doesn't really pop that well, you know. So if you're in a restaurant, you eat it with rice or with fries. Of course, fries are a no-go. Rice is also something I should avoid. So I ate them without anything, and also not a great experience. Also, the brand wasn't great, so the taste of it on its own was also not the best. Also this week I finally managed to read up on the effects the keto diet has on my body, which I should have done before, I guess, because before I just was reading up on how to get into ketosis and not what that means for my body. So I found out that basically everything that I described last week, like being tired, being a little bit woozy, having headaches, having stomach issues, were completely normal. And afterwards, after you are going through that phase, you will be more alert, have more energy, you are not that tired as usual. So that is also something I described, and which is completely in line with starting on a keto diet. And I mean, one of the recurring issues while doing keto is having digestive issues, which means, and I'm not going into detail here, I'm just not frequenting the restrooms as much as usual. So to help with that effect, to counteract that, I found the information that you also should take care of your fiber intake. And if you're reducing carbs, then usually the fiber you take in is also drastically reduced. So you need to find a way to have that. And what I did was just having a little bit of vegetables here and there, like on this plate, as you can see here. And this already had over 10 grams of carbs just for the vegetables. So to get your intake of fiber, you really have to be careful. And I used to eat a lot of salad in the past, and I tried that as well as in the last week with keto. But of course, a salad that I usually eat would put me way over 30 grams per day. So I have reduced it to a smaller helping, like half of it, and that still has over 20 grams, and you are really getting close to the limits. So there's someone just walking there, so that is why I was looking there. So you are very close to the daily limit anyway. So I guess I need to be very careful when doing that, especially as I also find out that you can take in fiber in form of bread, which I was saying goodbye mentally already to. So I was thinking bread is a goner, but I found a bread that has just 6.5 grams of carbs per 100 grams, which is not much. And if I have 2 slices in the morning, it is like 8 grams of carbs, which I can allow myself. And that is making me happy in regards of one thought I had at the early stage where I said, okay, finally I can eat butter again and I can eat all the cold cuts I want. But there's nothing I can put it on anymore because bread is a goner. But now I realized I can bring it back in. But like I said before with the salad, it has a lot of carbs in comparison still. So I guess on a day where I have a salad or where I have vegetables, I cannot have bread in the morning and the other way around. But I will play around a little bit with that, and maybe in the later stages of keto, when I am sure that I am in ketosis, then I can go up to 50 grams and then it should not be a problem at all. But mentioning that, I'm actually not 100% sure that I am already in ketosis, because I thought you cannot measure it, but a friend of mine was mentioning that I can use test stripes to find out. And I was thinking, yeah, I don't want to prick my finger and bleed on a little bit of plastic to find out. But it apparently is also, there's also a way that is easier and doesn't involve blood. So I ordered some test stripes for that, so I can check out next week what's going on there. But I'm just thinking that because last week I was getting close to the 30-gram barrier a few times, so maybe I'm not 100% into ketosis yet. And I'm saying that because this week, and let's get into the weight results then, this week I only gained a little bit of weight and didn't lose anything. I was gaining 200 grams, which is not much, but I was expecting to lose weight. So I'm not sure if I'm really already in ketosis or if I am just jumping in and out of it, or if it is normal in the second week of being in a keto diet, that after you've lost all the water that the carbs were holding, which made me drop weight like 2 kilograms in the last week, maybe that is now gone, and now that the body is adjusting to having fat and I am eating more fat, so maybe that is also a reason why my body fat was slightly going up by 0.2. So I don't know what's going on, if that is the reason or if it is just normal in the second week of keto. If you know, if you have experience with it, let me know what happened in the second week of keto with you, because maybe it's normal and I'm just overreacting. But with that being said, I think overall it was quite a nice week. It was not the success I was hoping for, but I hope your week was more successful than that. I hope we see each other again at the end of next week on when the next video is dropping. I will share with you what's happening with me, because I will have the test stripes. I will find out if I'm actually in ketosis or not, and may share my further findings then with you, which of course might be something you already know if you are also someone who is skilled in keto and already doing it yourself. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any guidance for me, if you know anything about this second week effect. And until then, I say stay healthy, enjoy the next week. I hope everything that you have planned will come to fruition, and until then, I just say thanks for watching.